Hi everyone, I hope you're well. This is CoinsKid. Just going to dive into Vechain, but before I continue, I just want to say a big thank you to all of you to helping CoinsKid push towards 100k on the YouTube channel there, and your membership in the Telegram group, and everything that you all do to contribute towards the growth of CoinsKid. I went in a chat last night and was getting some really good messages and feedback, so that's really good. I'm glad that it's helping people. Okay, I'm not like the best technical analysis in the world. I hold my hands up, I know I'm not, but I'll always say what I see, and I'll always be truthful with you, and always try and teach you where support and resistance is, and obviously, you know, teach you as much as I can basically, and all the little tricks of the trade. I won't hold anything back from you, and I'll always tell you just what I see. You know, I see that Vechain's in this Elliott wave theory, it's having this little pullback and it's going to go up there in wave 5 continuation. I could be wrong, you know, I've not got a crystal ball, and that's my particular price prediction right there for Vechain at the end of this bull run, and who knows, it could go on from there, but it's looking good. Everything's looking really good, but obviously with Vechain you've got a little bit overextended on the weekly. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to look at that and realise, you know, that's a little bit overextended. It's starting to look a little bit more healthier, okay, but it's all good. It doesn't matter, because that's where it's going. Not financial advice, and obviously I could be wrong, I know that, but you know, I'm always going to say what I see, and I hope it bloody goes there, because that'd be amazing for everyone, me included. But anyway, moving on with the video, thank you for your support, okay, I really do appreciate it. So right now you can see Elliott wave theory, 1 up, 2 down, 3 up, 4 down. We're going through this sort of pull down right now, and this is called consolidation. It's perfectly normal. It's part of the cycle of progress, and with that last 5th wave up there before the ABC correction, and that could get overextended as well. You know, this is a conservative measure. It's the same length of wave 1. In some instances, wave 5 can be the same length as wave 3, sorry. So you could be looking at a monstrous like $2-4 plus token there for Vechain, which would be absolutely amazing. And why not? It's a fantastic product, you know, in a digital world. So anyway, enough about fundamentals. You know about the fundamentals. So right now on Vechain, you know, we was anticipating this sort of ABC pullback, and potentially, you know, if it doesn't pick up, if it doesn't start holding the key levels of support, which we've given you those key levels of support, if you start to lose them, then you would be looking at this larger A, B, C correction back down to that sort of target that we've gave you a couple of weeks ago in the channel right there, and that would coincide with this EMA creeping up, back test starting to look healthier, consolidate down there before continuation up to that wave 5 there, because you know, you only have to look at the previous pullback there, the A, B, C pullback, just like that, and in a consolidation range, and it fell through the EMAs, looked bad, going to 0, oh no, but it got tested and back tested support, especially the 55 on the weekly, because I said to you, when you start losing that and you're hitting your head, and you're coming up and you're hitting your head, you roll and you take the EMAs with you and you form the bearish cross, and that's the big sell and go to the beach signal from CoinsKid right now, because that's your buy and go to the beach signal from CoinsKid. So in the bear market, when you see that particular signal formed, okay, that is where, not financial advice, but that is where you buy and go to the beach, because right now you can see you're up a whopping 30x basically, with a potential of 230x, which is amazing. Okay, who don't want that? So anyway, that's Vechain in a nutshell on the weekly time frame off Elliott wave theory. You know, these pullbacks are normal. Look at them down here. Look at the pullbacks. You know, they're part of the process of not going up forever, not overshooting. Okay, and that's it. So right now I'm going to jump onto the 4-hourly time frame for Vechain. So we broke down on the 4-hourly. We've actually lost this particular trend line that we've got in right here, and we're actually adhering to this particular trend line as support right now. We're slightly under it there, but we've got wicked up, and you can see that this particular level here, the 0382, has acted as a really strong level of support right now, because that's what happens. Like I said to you yesterday, the longer you keep hitting your head on resistance, the more confidence of the fact that you're going to roll, and it's going to force you to roll to test support. You can see that when you rolled, you lost the support of the 050, and you fell through the EMAs, and you've bounced off the 0382 as really strong support. So if you can continue to do that, just like you continue to hit your head, you roll. If you continue to hold support, you reverse, you basically go up, because it's confidence of the fact that you're not falling, the bears and the selling pressure is running out of steam, so the buying pressure just takes over and it pops you up through these levels of resistance right there. So this is consolidation. This is basically chop, sideways consolidation like this. Okay, it's boring, it's flat, it's frustrating, and it shakes out the weak hands. There may be an extra dump to actually shake out the weak hands, and that's called capitulation. It's called fear basically, because this is what happens in this market psychology. Okay, when when things go down, especially if Vechain lost this particular level right now, if Vechain went down to here, can you imagine the amount of people selling that are not watching this video that know that this is a key level of support? This is a golden ratio on the weekly time frame, on the retracement there. This is a golden ratio. XRP's just pulled down to it and bounced. Not a lot of people that are not watching these videos don't know that, so they'll be selling and capitulating, and it'll contribute to the downtrend. Then all of a sudden the whales know where the support is, we know where the support is, the buyback will be amazing and it'll bounce and go. I'm not saying it will go there, but I'm saying this is market psychology. Okay, people that are not looking at resistance and support levels, they don't really understand what's going on, and this is why I give them to you, so you know where they are. So if you start to see Vechain come down anymore, lose this 0382, which is currently that price there, okay, 0.1939. If it starts to lose that anymore, then you would be looking at a retest of the 0236 around about 17 cents. And if it lost that and lost that support on the daily time frame, you start seeing it close below that. Wow, you're going down there, right? But not financial advice, and it might not happen because this consolidation event, you are holding key levels of support, which is really important. You can see you have 1, 2, 3 tests there on the 4-hourly time frame of this key level of support, and it's holding relatively well. You're still bullish on the 4-hourly time frame here. You've not lost the EMAs yet, even though you fell through them and you're hitting your head as resistance. You can get something called an EMA retest. Okay, it's basically a repel, and it slingshots the price over its shoulder. So just here, the EMAs are coming together like this, and just as it's about to form a bearish cross, you see it just slingshots, and sometimes it needs that. It needs to come down to catapult back up and actually get through that resistance. So do keep an eye on that particular EMA on the 4-hourly time frame. If you do start to see it form the bearish cross, then you could potentially look at a bigger dump and it contributing to the sort of a big tick basically, that you could get under it like that, form the bearish cross, and it's going to push you down to test previous support. Okay, so that's where it could get quite ugly if you do start seeing that bearish cross on the 4-hourly time frame. So do keep an eye on that, because hopefully we can get the repel and it can slingshot us back up, and we can start taking out these levels of resistance and just get on with this bull run. Because like I said to you, the trouble is here that the catalyst, okay, for the rollover, and I've been completely transparent with you, there was one catalyst, and it's Ethereum. Okay, Ethereum was very, very overextended. I don't know what it's doing right now, but I would imagine it's correcting as well. Okay, so it's having a minor correction just here for Ethereum. You can see it's looking relatively bullish still on the 4-hourly. Look at that. It's got bought up. It's having obviously it needs to come down a little bit, and I would anticipate that a nice retest of this 4-hourly EMA would be a really nice entry point for Ethereum right there. And again, if Ethereum does roll, if it does correct anymore, then obviously the alts are going to drag with that and go. And that's basically the big anomaly, not necessarily Bitcoin, although Bitcoin's hitting a level of resistance right there, and it is struggling to get above that 59k. So that's confluence of the fact that you are in a sort of not necessarily downtrend for Bitcoin, but you're just sort of going sideways, so to speak, and you may eventually get forced down to test a key level of support, which we have also outlined for you in the Bitcoin videos there. So I want to reassure you, okay, it's all good. This consolidation event is boring flat and it shakes out the weak hands, but on the daily right here, you're looking relatively well, because what you've done, you rolled over and you found support off the daily 20. Just like I said, if you can keep adhering to this, even if you are rolling over and you go sideways, if you don't lose this daily 20 EMA, that's a really, really good thing, because eventually you're going to back test it, hold support, and then it's going to creep you up and you're going to pop out and tackle those highs for Vechain right there. But always be aware of this scenario, okay, which we've given you many moons ago, the fact that you've gone up in this Elliott wave 3, okay, huge monstrous wave which I've just shown you, and you do have something called an A, B, C correction, and the C correction is deeper than the B correction. So you can see that this particular low right there was there, so you could, this particular correction is not necessarily off the cards if the market does roll. So that's the truth of it, because look at the roll from here, okay, look at the roll from that particular high down there to there was around 54%, okay, and just because it's happened before doesn't mean it can't happen again. So this particular high just there, from there down to there, is another the same sort of length, 55% down there. So you had that correction there in a flash, in a heartbeat, boom, done, bought up. Okay, so who's to say? No one's got a crystal ball. You couldn't go through the same sort of roll here, where you roll, you lose the EMAs, and you come down, back test that, boom, before continuation. And then that's ABC, which we have been fully transparent with you and told you about in the channel here for so long. So that is a potential outcome for Vechain, but I'm not saying it's definitely going to happen. Nothing I say is a definite. You know, even that price prediction up there at $1.50 is not a definite. It's a theory. It's called Elliott Wave theory for a reason. So that's basically Vechain. I'll always keep you updated as best as I can on Vechain. I'll always tell you the truth. Okay, so looking in the hourly time frame right now, you've lost the EMAs, and like I said to you, you're coming down and you're back testing this support level right now at 0.19393642. The more you continue to do that, okay, the more it's going to build up steam to actually break out of that level of support and march on and hopefully get through these EMAs, because right now you're in a bearish cross on the EMA on the hourly, you know, and if you do start to keep coming up and hitting your head as that will actually contribute to your downturn. And just like on the uptrend there, like I said to you yesterday, the more you get forced up, the more you get, you can see here, look, it was forcing up, and as you got up there, it gave up and it rolled, okay, and it rolled over and it came down to key levels of support. So just like this, the same as this starts to come down, and if you start to see your head hitting on it like that, you know, you've come down into this sort of triangular pattern here, so it starts to get rangy and quite tight, yeah, and you come down into it, it's a continuation trend. You could see that further dump to the downside. So I'm always going to be truthful with you, okay? You need the support to come in. You need to Vechain to kick on and crack on with the market, because if it doesn't, you're going to roll and look at that particular level there for support. Well, hopefully we can get the bounce out and start attacking that 0618 again and just get the march on right now. Get it over and done with. Get this consolidation event over for Vechain. So that's Vechain. I'll always keep you updated and always tell you the truth and be as transparent with you as I can. So yeah, stay strong, stay safe, and most importantly, stay tuned. I'll be back tomorrow with another Vechain update. Bye bye.